Welcome back to Weasel World. We are here today with Joey and his red fast machine. I think it's a Ferrari.
No, it's a poor man's Porsche. It's a 1992 Mazda RX7 FD. I've had it since the end of 2018. So luckily before prices went crazy and stuff. Yeah. That sort of let me spend a lot of money on the car itself instead of just affording the car. And,
it looks crazy, man. Like, it just looks fast.
Yeah, the bonnet sort of sets it off straight away. You just front and centre. It's an R-Magic, genuine R-Magic bonnet from Japan. They're an old school tuner over there, so lucky to get that before you know the prices went crazy.
You're lucky to get it in one piece.
Yeah, true. Yeah, a lot of people are all damaged and stuff. This one was really good. Fit the body lines perfect. That's straight out of the box, minimal. I don't think I even touched this one. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, so rolling chassis, and the engine was out, and unfortunately it had been rebuilt, but unfortunately the previous owner had left the ports open, and being a rotary, they don't have valves, so if a port's open, it's open. So it got loads of brick dust from the garage it was in, and it seized. So I took it down to Aero from Old Ones Racing down near London, and he did a full rebuild on it. Thankfully we didn't actually have to buy any new parts apart from the soft seals.
That's good.
So all the apex seals and everything was already, all the sizes and machining was all done.
Nice.
It was just a refresh. So he put that together for me, and then I sort of went loose on my own. Yeah.
The look he just gave me. So obviously this got a rotary, in case you didn't know.
How many rotaries? Because there's a few different types of rotaries, isn't there?
Yeah, so this is a 13B REW 2 rotor from factory, so that's what they were. Two rotor twin sequential turbo.
Wait, it's twin turbo?
Yeah, it was
What?
twin turbo.
Oh, I see.
Not anymore. I just wanted to go single turbo, prefer the way a single turbo drives.
Yeah.
Doesn't spool down low, so you can cruise around town and you're not always on boost. Officially now on low boost, it's 411 wheel.
Cool.
So
Very
it is
precise.
quite
Comfortable amount.
So I tried to keep the vibe, the 90s vibe going. So I went with a Greddy turbo, old school T78 turbo. It's on a Greddy manifold. It's on a custom 3.5 inch downpipe that I welded up, generic V mount, and I just tried to just keep it a bit more old school than what you can get these days. So didn't do drive-by wire or anything like that. The main modern thing I went with is that alternator, because mine was dying.
I noticed that poking through the bonnet.
Yeah. And the rotaries suffer from sort of electrical gremlins and stuff. They need a lot of
constant power.
Yeah, constant power. So big uprated 180 amp alternator.
Cool. 180 amp.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah. DC. It's a DC power. So you see like people like Rob Dam and all that. And big YouTubers really run them, and there's a reason why they run them. They're really good.
There's not much room for anything else in there, is there?
No, for such a small, small engine. But if you got rid of that intercooler, you get whole.
Considering there was 2 turbos in there before, you got loads of room.
I like the grey, man. The Battleship grey really does set everything else off, doesn't it?
So that was one thing actually when I picked the car up, that had already been done, and I sort of just kept it. Yeah. I did like it, the offset
choice,
against the red. Yeah, I decided to keep that.
And you said it's red originally, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a red originally.
Not this red.
But not this red. It's a Porsche Guards red. So keeping that poor man's Porsche theme going. Originally it was, I think they call it a vintage red. What's an OEM Mazda colour.
Is it similar? Like
very similar, yeah, very similar. Yeah, so once she's up and running, the V-mount runs really well. So I run a billion thermostat in there, low temp thermostat, high flow, and if I'm just cruising on the motorway, it'll just sit at like 72. The water temp it never gets hot. It's big, nice big radiator in there. Intake temps always stay nice and cold.
Where is the rad?
So the rad's in a V-mount underneath. You can only really see it under there.
Yeah.
All different aftermarket fuel rails, aftermarket loom. So it's got a rewire mil-spec loom on it. Being a rotary, they get really hot. The old looms get really brittle, and that's when you start running into electrical gremlins. So aftermarket loom fitted straight on. A few little bits I had to change, and then gone aftermarket AEM coil packs. So the AEM coil packs, they need all their own loom made up. So it's a custom loom that runs the power from the battery in the back and the earth to the battery in the back.
straight to the coils?
Yeah, straight to the coils. But I've put a relay in so it switches from the OEM OEM wiring. So when you turn the car on, that just all switches as OEM, but then you get that extra power in there.
It's important to put relays in it, otherwise
you're
setting fire to it.
Right, definitely. So we did have an unfortunate event where this went on fire once.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
with the old bonnet?
No, with this bonnet. So yeah, basically when I run an extra wire down to the starter to join the battery in replacement of the alternator, the OEM alternator one, my it shorted out, touched the battery solenoid, and when I stopped the car, about 5 minutes later there was just smoke coming out the bonnet. I lifted the bonnet and it was on fire in that area. Luckily I ran in the house, bucket of water, just chucked it on.
Yeah, you haven't even got to pop the bonnet, you can just pop it straight through there.
And luckily we saved it. So
it makes sense why you got such a big hole in your bonnet now.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Could we hear some 2 rotor noises then?
Yeah, of course. Let's start it up.
That was pretty quick. Very I was just saying how civilised it was, and it's not civilised at all.
One blip from the back. He's knocking tubs off over here.
Wow!
Shimmy, y'all.
My hat off, mate.
Yeah, that's full 3.5-inch exhaust. There's actually two boxes in it. That valved setup is just for coming back late at night. Turn it on, it's really quiet. So, but yeah, the rotaries are notorious loud. It used to be a Blitz exhaust, a Blitz nurse spec. What is renowned on any car for being loud. On this, it was insane. It was just too loud. It vibrate the house when you start it up. So,
I mean, I feel like this has quite a unique sound for a rotary. It's not, it's like
it's just that high-pitched noise, isn't it?
But like, still sounds sick.
Yeah, because it's got them boxes on there, it takes away that like rotary tinniness. What is a shame because I love that, but you got to be.
Right, when it's banging like that, I don't think anyone's complaining with the noise.
Those are the loudest blips we've had so far.
Scared the hell out of Alfred over there.
No.
Like. So is this like a factory FD kit?
Yeah, so believe it or not, apart from the bonnet and basically the wing mirrors, this is a factory body.
Dude.
Yeah. So it's amazing what they did in the 90s.
Yeah.
So you got a genuine 99 spec front, 99 spec splitter. There was a 99 spec lights.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all from factory.
Expensive. It's 99.
Yeah. So you can still get these new, believe it or not, from factory.
Hell.
So you can go into Mazda with your part number list, and they'll give you the full thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So everyone seemed to get very excited when we put the lights on the RX7 in our other video. If you haven't watched that, go watch that now. Dub Club. But please, Joe, can you show us? Give us a flash. Cool. They're quick, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not bad.
That's quick, man.
I think it looks even cooler, man.
It's iconic, isn't it? Yeah, so the lights on the back, I changed those because I changed them to 99 spec as well because they obviously look a bit better because they're a nice round, that iconic round shape. But because people charging like 600-700 quid just for a set of lights, I took mine apart, got a vinyl set, put the vinyl on what made the lights round, and then got a nice LEDs, round LEDs from off Amazon, glued them into position, and now we've got a full set of 99 spec halo rear lights for sub £50.
That's good, man.
The wheels, pains me to say, but these are rotors. They should be RG2s, Advan RG2s, but I ran out of money when I was building this.
Understandably, man.
Yeah.
I can't afford.
Yeah, boy.
There was 3 years worth of work, and I just wanted to get it finished. I'd be waiting like another while to get in the specs that I want. So yeah, we went with the rotors.
They're different size.
Yeah.
So you got 18s on the back.
So the poor man's Porsche beam again. We've got a staggered setup. So I've got an 18 on the back, a 17 on the front, 10 by ET20 on the back, and I think they're an 8J on the front, and I can't remember what the offset is on them, but I just basically bought a load of spacers and got it to fit tight.
Nice.
Not much room in the FD at the front, to be honest.
Does it rub on anything? Like,
it'll rub the arch liners a bit. The loom's
Standard.
moved up, so we're all good.
Yeah, it just looks so cool, doesn't it? Like, this little hole here. These Ganna doors?
Yeah, genuine
actual
Ganna
ones?
doors.
Jesus, mate, that's probably worth more than my car.
So these, I actually bought these before I'd even started work on the car. So they were going up in price. We've seen them at 500-600 quid, and I thought,
now's the time.
I need them because they really finish the car off.
Mate, they suit it so well.
The OEM I think are very ugly, and I just needed them. So we got these 400 quid.
Factory skirts?
Yeah, factory skirts. So they're they're like that rubbery sort of material.
Oh, they're bendy.
Yeah, so they're like,
whoa!
Yeah, they're like a rubber.
Holy hell!
So
yeah, that's a banging idea. That is.
Yeah, the painter put some flex additive in the paint. I think it's called Flexane, and that helps the paint be flexible. They put it in OEM and bumpers and stuff that's like sort of flexible plastic.
Wow, you learn something new every day, don't you?
Yeah, a lot of people you'll see them painted and they crack and stuff. And they haven't added the Flexane in. But again, that's an OEM part, and it really finishes the car off because they do really nice. They come in quite a bit at the bottom, whereas now this flares out and it adds a little bit of depth to the car.
A bit more girth.
Yeah.
What's the roof spoiler?
Roof spoiler is an Origin roof spoiler.
Nice.
Funny thing, it was listed up as an Origin roof spoiler, like the guy said it's like a Concept 7. Concept 7 make a copy of an Origin roof spoiler. So
gone the wrong way around.
Yeah, he listed it up the wrong way around. So picked that up just to give that nice little finish there. And we actually took the rear wiper off and welded in the hole for it.
Nice.
There's normally a sprayer here as well, water spray. Took that off, welded that in. And down on the quarters for the American market, they put a reflector in here.
Okay.
There's normally a reflector there.
Yeah.
And I just think it ruins the lines of the car, like you're saying. It's got some nice curves, so I took that out and welded that in as well before paint.
You did all the welding?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So we did that. I did that myself. We had a painter paint it, and there's not many. I think there's one guy in the UK that's done that now as well. So it's nice. It's a little subtle thing.
You wouldn't even be able to tell. That's some good body work you've done there.
Yeah, thank you.
Is this a little bit factory as well?
Yep.
Only on the FD?
Yeah, so that's just the factory rear spat. So there's a little one on the front as well if you didn't have the skirts. Yeah, factory rear spat as well. Again, it just finishes it off nicely, adds a little bit of depth in there. And then the diffuser that's on the back is it's a copy of RE. Yeah, it's an RE diffuser, Japanese tuning company again. But
Still very period and back to its roots.
Same as like
that's what I'm saying. That's why you're able to get away with stuff like the bonnet.
Yeah.
Because like everything else is just true to original. You know.
Still got the OEM brakes on there, and went with Project Mu pads as well. So trying to keep that sort of JDM theme.
Crazy.
Yeah.
This view here. This view here is what really does it for me, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at the lights. Just so sick.
speedy.
Spoiler is a Mazda Speed spoiler, so you could almost say it's like almost an OEM part.
Yeah.
It's not a genuine Mazda Speed because they're impossible to find. It's just a standard sort of China rep.
Yep. I love how the boot hatch like sucks in. It really does give what you're saying about the wide body look, doesn't it? Like, the cabin is just like an afterthought on the top almost. Little blob.
Definitely. And the hatch is like so much of the car.
How big is that boot?
It's quite big. There's quite a few bits in there, so I'll show you.
I mean, we're all used to BMWs, so don't worry about that.
So I've just got
quite a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, so I put the batteries in the boot, and then we've got a water methanol tank in there.
Cool.
So just to keep the intake temps down and keep the cool, because the rotary runs very, very warm.
Yep.
And putting the water methanol kit in there means you cool the burn temps down.
So that just runs through like the housing, or you actually?
Yeah, so it sprays into the just before the throttle body.
Okay, yeah, so it's meth injected then.
Yeah, so water meth injected. And I put the pump under here.
Yo.
So you can't like it. I tried to keep it really discreet so you can't see it. So the pump's under there.
The boot is massive, isn't it?
Look at the size of this.
What I like is you've got all this stuff, but it's all very neat and tidy.
One for you boys though. E46 BMW
Oh yes,
cable.
I can see that.
Yeah, so on all my drift cars or any of my cars, I either have a 7 series cable because they're nice and flat, or the E46 one. That's such a high quality piece.
Yeah, they're good, man.
And they're 25 quid.
Like, I use those as jump leads.
Yeah,
to be fair, the
they're
amount
brilliant.
of ones we've scrapped. What battery is that? It looks pretty fancy. It
I think
matches
it's
the colour.
Yeah, Optima battery, red top, just to have a good cranking ampage on there. So the rotaries need a really good starter.
Yeah.
And actually those coil packs as well, a few people run into issues with them. The fact that they don't fire if your battery goes under 10 volts.
Okay.
So when you're cranking,
that's using a lot of juice.
If it goes under 10 volts because your battery's a little bit low, you end up not being able to start your car.
Did you say something about your badges? You can get those in a few different.
Yeah, so
really funny, isn't it?
OEM badges that people charge a fortune for on online, and they got that through Jesse Streeter, straight from Mazda in Japan, and you can get different back colours. So you can have the OEM red, the OEM yellow, clear. But because I've got this sort of black accent colour going on, I went with the black Ethne.
Usually I don't really like black accents, but this thing, look banging with it all, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
I dare say it might even suit some black wheels.
JDM Vertex wheel, Greddy, got a Greddy shift knob, old school Greddy shift knob, and then the Defi gauges in there as well. 99 spec plastics on the centre console and the heater controls and on the dash, because OEM have this shiny finish and they've got like a rubberized paint on there that just scratches. So managed to get hold of some of them. There's a few bits I need to still get. I need to get this one replaced to a 99, and then should be finished inside. Really,
it's clean.
It's very OEM in there as well.
It looks clean.
So I was saying earlier, everything's just so tidy.
Yeah.
And I did manage to get a set of
that back panel.
rear bins for it, essentially.
It's crazy.
Rear bins.
I think it's so ridiculous they even bothered putting 4 seats in this thing. This should just be in every single one.
So in all the Japanese cars, apart from the special editions, came with rear leather seats, so it doesn't even match the front seats. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So these are original seats.
And these are original seats.
They look a bit like the Porsche Tombstones. So
Yeah.
I see where you're going with that as well.
How badly do you want a Porsche?
Nah, I'd have this over a Porsche any day.
Yeah, so red seatbelt that side. Because they did a
crazy.
They did a.
The gauges look nice and tidy.
Yeah, they do that.
Little spinny boy.
Yeah, the cool, typical Japanese startup. Apart from that oil temp one.
It's so sick. I could just stand there and watch, just look at it.
Baby.
Let's just park up a bench right here. Just sit down for a minute, not talk.
I want to see it do some party tricks, man.
I mean, that's it, isn't it? It's almost a bit too nice to ask him to do some party tricks, but
I mean, we do have a little bit of space up top, so would you be down for doing something, spinning up tyres? Or
I'm sure we can spin up some tyres. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
mate, our ears are about to bleed, I think. That's my prediction.
There's going to be no
now.
tyre noise.
Just do your thing. I'm going to run around you, so don't worry about me. Mate, that is the sickest sounding car we've had up here, man.
Thanks, man.
Definitely the loudest skids.
Mate, the bangs. Crazy, man.
I'm definitely going to be deaf by the time I'm 40. Yeah, that was sick. Thank you for coming down and walking us through it and everything. Savage car.
Let us know what you want to see. Like, if you've got a cool car, you want to bring it down. Obviously, check out all of our YouTube, our Insta, and weaselworks.com for our merch. Helps us make more videos like this, helps us build our brand, and helps us create the community that we're trying to build. I think all that's left is for another little rip, some ear splitting noises, and
Okay, see you later, boys.
Thanks for having me.
Safe, mate.
my god, my ears.
That's all, folks.